Hello and welcome back everyone. The war has come along nicely with the Krynn and the Iconians. And best of all, I'm kind of neglected to look at it before, but my Guardian is complete. The first of hopefully many. And also looking prior to when it was built, apparently the aura fields are not really any different at all there as comparison to my wasp. So what I think I'm going to do is get rid of that first off and just throw some more weaponry and other components in, because that is kind of useless. I do not need those, especially when I can just throw wasp to kind of provide escort there and just have it as a support role to basically do essentially the same thing. It is going to stink a little bit because it's going to hurt my visual some, especially since one of these I want to keep was a structural enhancement. I keep that, get rid of that, and there goes my fancy energy generators, and now my poor Guardian looks a little more bare bones. But, let's see. With the loss of that, we get ourselves some fancy upgrades. So, what do I want to do? I actually have access to Solium, although I don't think I'm going to get much longevity if I'm going to use it on this thing, I'm going to be frank, because really, it only means I'm going to get to use one of them. So, I think the easiest is just to go with extra weaponry. I think that's what I want to do, because I can't get an extra carrier module, which I'm still uncertain how exactly it's going to function, so that it needs to be tested out. And I don't care about scanning all that much, because what do I have here? I have 2 missiles, 3 lasers, and duranium drivers, so I think railguns are perfectly fine for the time being. Missiles could be a little lacking due to the rate of fire, so I think I'll just throw maybe another 2 missiles up on the front, 2 extra stingers, and I can fit 2 more. So there, considering how slow rate of fire these things have, that should work out a little bit better. It should help actually even things out as far as damage potential, because duranium drivers are easily, I want to say, my most powerful weapon there. Well, I'll have to check the rate of fire honestly to be completely certain, but this should help balance it out nicely. I just sink it in like I did before with the back, and I kind of like this better because it gives me more dorsal tubes, is what I think is the proper terminology for these, like side missile weaponry. So I can just use that to actually make this thing look a little more fearsome once I get the proper scaling right. And also I think I need to rotate around the other way. There we go. Drop the scaling down, and I think we're good. And that leaves 3 mass there, plenty of damage. So let me just check out how the damage potential is. According to this, it's 8 seconds per missile. Lasers are 5 seconds, so they're almost half the rate of fire. So I think that's on par, pretty damn close to on par. Difference, of course, being ranged and all that. Oh, and this is also an upgrade quality laser beam, so I shouldn't even be looking at that, quite frankly. So yeah. Missiles are probably better in this case, looking at the regular lasers, and the railguns are even shorter, so maybe not so much. Maybe I could have put like an extra laser blaster on there. But I'm not too picky, and besides, none of the factions I don't think actually utilizes missile defense besides the Sailors, which I have promptly nuked them back into the Stone Age, essentially. So we're gonna use this as our new Guardian there, because apparently the aura fields were not as I expected, and I think before I send it out for a test, I'm gonna also upgrade that. And I gotta figure out how much it's gonna cost me. Just 300 credits, not that bad for the extra weaponry, because the fences aren't worthwhile. And with that said, let's carry on with the additional production, because we've got horns building. I do need to obsolete these damn things. I keep forgetting to do it at the beginning of recording, so the last thing I want to do is actually do it on the video, but I think we're going to have to be forced to do it. This should take a moment though. Let's see. I just gotta remember which are the obsolete versions, so I don't need a short range pollinator anymore. I'll keep the Mark Zeros. I don't think I have a Mark II. Damn it, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. At least I can quickly get rid of some of them, I suppose. Like these Mark 1s are obsolete, I don't need the Mark 1s. I can get rid of the drones, because I see a Mark III there, Hort Mark 1. Get rid of the ship that was going to be the original Grasshopper, so that's not... I don't need that anymore, because I already got a Grasshopper. We already have Mark IIs, Firefly Mark II. I wish there was a way to actually filter this a little bit better. This would make it a lot more easier for me. Because I want to keep the Mark Zeros because they're bare bones. They have no components, so they're useful for when I upload onto Steam or anything like that. There's what was going to be the Watcher. My, kind of a drastic difference between the two, isn't it? There's something that you can admire a little bit. That we turned this piece of crap into something worthwhile. I take some pride in that. We already got a Watcher Mark II. What else? 2 different Grasshoppers. And I think we are good there besides the Guardian. There. That's done. That didn't take as nearly as much hassle as I thought it would be. And the evasion continues. And what I need to do most of all is make sure I get rid of all the damn Krynn Iconians that are in the Iridian space, because they're a bit of a hassle. They've been constantly killing my constructors and I don't like it. I don't like it one damn bit. But it doesn't look like there's anything besides in the Fog War and down there out of reach. So we're going to carry on the turn as normal, which is kind of just preparing the Krynn for assimilation, essentially. Because our fleets are basically already taken care of. I've sent, what is it, did I get rid of this fleet here? No, I didn't yet. And that could use a few more extra ships, but thankfully I got replacements if I so need it. I'm just going to wait for my infestors before I do that. Speaking of which, I got pulverizers ready to join, so they're even better. They were made for this kind of dirty work that I'm about to put upon it. And doesn't look like much else to do. Just lots of idle ships and nothing to do with them. Name of the game here. Well, we're getting to the point where maps, I have so much space there, that's gonna really slow things down, so hopefully I can get a good pace of things. Because really, it's all these idle ships that are just floating around doing nothing. What the hell do we have here? Iconians, did I say you could build starbase there? Do I have to destroy that again? Hell, I got just the perfect ship for it. Where is my Watcher? Or Guardian even. I'm gonna have you go destroy that Iconian starbase for me, so I can admire the efficiency of the ship. Here's hoping. Here is hoping. That would be a great way to test it, or at least watch how effective it is, because again, it gives me so very little info on how effective the carriers are going to be, or the interceptors on the carrier modules, so I'm left wondering a little bit there. Okay, this is the Kephium 2 shipyard. I don't need anything here, or at least I'm saving my Guardians basically for my Ferander to get the extra boost, because there's a lot of boost in increased efficiency to be had with all the Hyperion stuff, Hyperion structures, so it's worth getting. Speaking of which, what is the Hyperion structure giving me? No, it doesn't want to tell me because it's upgrading. So much for that thought. We'll try it again next turn. Infestors, no, I don't want to declare war on the minor race. Don't care for them. I'm just trying to get finished up with this turn here, so don't mind me. Don't mind me one bit here. Okay, there. Now the turn's done and improved life support is about to finish. Which isn't really going to do much considering my unadventurous nature of the Kry'klon. But every little bit helps, and like I mentioned in the past few episodes, my strategy is just really gain as many passive, like, retroactive boosts to my fleet, so that way I don't have to worry about having a small handful of superior ships when my fleet is already so massively overpowered compared to everyone else. So I don't really care about getting better weaponry, aside for the potential of the better light show it might give me. But I just want to do anything I can to enhance the current ships I have out on the field over everything else. Because these ships with basic lasers and basic railguns are really more than enough. I hope I didn't lose a ship there, did I? I honestly can't remember if I did or not. This damn fleet's still getting away from me. It is a bit annoying. Oh well, let me just clean up these mess here and the Watcher can go intercept. I'm pretty certain these can take on 3 cruisers, right? They do have shield deflectors, which I'm not entirely certain the exact rules for how deflectors and those armor subclasses work, but my grasshoppers are probably going to be a little bit hindered, needless to say. So let's find out, see if this can be a stomp or not. I only have like just a little under double their health, and tremendous firepower in comparison to them, so all they got for them is the armor. We'll see if it makes a difference, because I'm just going to quickly watch through this. Because I am curious to see if there's anything visual I can get off this. I don't think there's much. What the hell? Why does the audio die? I've been having this issue the past few recordings. I'm not sure why. This is annoying. Huh. Oh well, this is kind of pointless. And it's about to end anyway. Yeah, and I did lose a couple of ships. I'm seeing some grasshopper. Oh, actually, no, I didn't lose a Watcher. Never mind, I'm good. I did lose a single grasshopper, though. Which, considering these are cruisers, so it's not like they're pushovers, that was acceptable losses. And hardly any damage anywhere else, so I'm in good shape. And the hordes can make their way south and start clearing away for my infestors at full tech. That'll give me some good reach. Also, ooh, excuse me, got a bit of gas again. Watchers, get up there and reinforce your allies, because I need all that extra firepower I can get to kind of preserve that fleet, because they are going to be a little bit isolated and unsupported otherwise. So, do I want to keep building more star bases? It's getting a little risky now, considering how close I am to the quarter fleet, so I need all the defenses I can get. So I think that's about as far as I'm going to get. And how far does that get me? Doesn't quite get me far enough to check these blind spots where I know there's some star bases around. Because I know the Iconians still have extra Ascension Crystals, and especially that one there is way out of my reach. The last thing I need is for them to get an Ascension Crystal victory, and I honestly have no way to tell how close they are to that victory too, so that's what scares me even more. So I need to be quick about destroying this starbase, so maybe I don't wait for the Guardians. With that said, how much is... Okay, they got 3 Ascension points on there. Maybe I ended up missing that for some reason. Did I end up ignoring that in all these past videos? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't remember. Either way, gonna clean up the Krynn, because apparently they're too stupid to actually stack up together there. What the hell are you doing, Krynn? You're supposed to be a benevolent race, and this is how you operate. Well, I guess they don't trust each other if they're that malevolent, I guess. I guess really they're just playing the role pretty damn well. Only downside, of course, is it's gonna cost them the campaign. Easy to say. And now, let me get some defenses on here, because I'm like in the heart of their base now. Sure, they're all tiny ships with 25 health each, but with enough of them, they can still do damage to my star bases. And this constructor will reinforce the one down there. I gotta wait another turn or so before I can get there. So there's that. Meanwhile, we just get these turns going as quickly as possible, get everything all formed up, because there's a lot of ships being built. And a lot of income I'm losing really quickly, so do I want to get my infrastructure or income going again or not? Because I already told you I don't want to get advanced tech, because there's no way I'm going to really be able to reliably utilize them at this point. Aside from the more advanced ships, like my Guardian and my huge Titans, as I'm going to call them, probably for the campaign, the huge class vessels. So I can get some of these passive traits that kind of help with income, like 15% gross income should help a lot, you think. But then again, that's before all the modifiers that I'm currently getting it from, so it's not going to be as drastic as I like to think it'd be. Yeah, well, every bit helps. Every bit's welcome, especially as I'm getting more and more expensive ships with higher numbers of techs and higher levels of components. Higher levels? What the hell was I thinking saying that a moment ago? I don't even know what that word is. Yeah, alright, we found your colonizer. Although, like I said before and say again, I think all the worlds are colonized. I don't think there's anywhere you can go, Iconians. I am sorry. I am sorry, but I'm just saving you the trouble of the maintenance costs. Now, this thing's complete. It was 250 health, so we're gaining a nice 17 free points of health from it, 18 move, 4 sensor, and 4 logistics on this thing. Although really, I don't know if that's the exact 4. I don't know if it's like 4.5 or something, so I'm left wondering there. And the Guardian's gonna attack the starbase next turn, so I can afford to wait. Keep the hordes moving, keep the swarmers swarming. Make sure the infestors do not get their ass beat, because they are the most important thing in my entire arsenal right now. I do not need them getting sniped. And I see some Krynn ships down there, which I'm going to introduce my swarmers to. Do I have any Mark 3s? I do not see any Mark 3s at all, so they can't intercept this turn anyway. So I'll leave that be. Otherwise, we'll try and finish up this turn. This is the home world. I would... I kind of learned that the integrity field is kind of useless on the Wasp here, unless I have ships that are actually using armor resistance, and since none of them are, I might as well get rid of that for my Wasp, shouldn't I? It seems like nice to have it be able to complement all the different roles, but if it's only a 10% boost, which it doesn't bother to tell me at all here what exactly it does, then I'm left wondering. And why can't... Oh, I have to use this sign first, stupid me. Too many steps involved. Making my brain hurt. Now, is there... I can actually make this thing do more support stuff. I got the repair field that's available to me, I think. I could use Thulium. The one Thulium have to increase accuracy of all ships, which is a dumb idea. Repair fields are kind of a must. So... let me just throw it on there, because that's going to pay off over time with like 4 or 5 of these Wasp. I just don't have a clue how much it actually boosts, like everything else that has an aura effect. I have no clue how effective they'll be, so I'm going to have to wait and see on that front. But that at least makes up for the lack of the integrity field easily. And I have room for more weaponry. So with that said, let's throw a second Stinger on there. And maybe upgrade... Well, I don't think I want to upgrade the lasers so much because the higher maintenance costs, but I do want to throw in an extra basic laser if nothing else. So let's throw these in here quickly. And then we should all be perfectly done with all the upgrades that need to be handled. I'm just wondering if I want to make this a Mark III or not. I probably should make a Mark III, considering all the extra hull it has available to it, so why not? It'll make it simpler to know what exactly it has on it. And I don't have room for lasers, no. So I guess I'm stuck with that. Unless I want to throw thrusters on there. I can technically get thrusters on. Basic ones, mind you, but still, there's thrusters. Actually, I got a better idea. Maybe do one. Well, let's see. The ion drives are 2, and they only cost hardly any mass. So yeah, let me put the ion drives on at least. Actually, hyperwarp drive's good for keeping up with all the bigger ships, because I know my Guardian has at least one of these hyperwarp drives on it. And the last thing I need my Wasp, my main support ship, to do is always be slowing down the rest of the fleet, so that does not sound ideal to me. There, it does boost maintenance costs some, but at least now it's better able to fulfill its role without hindering the fleet is supporting. So we're good there. Alright, that should be finished with that, as production of the other Guardians are underway. Ooh, 3 turns. We got a nice production line going on here. I like it a lot. Ooh, I can't wait till the huge vessel research gets done. Whenever I can be barred to actually get around to it. Because at this point it's kind of overkill. I'm not ashamed to admit it's massive, massive overkill. But you know we gotta build some kind of flagship, right? It has to be done. But before I actually consider that, I want to build my exterminator, as I'm gonna aptly name it, which is gonna be the successor to my pulverizers, if I could figure out where one would be. Yeah, these things have served me tremendously. I can't wait to make a successor for it. Or at least one that can actually lead a smaller army of pulverizers, since I'm only going to have like a small handful of them. And as I said, it's going to be called the Exterminator. I look forward to it. But before I can do that, I think that's the only ship I want that really want to have top-of-the-line laser weaponry at least. Or just better weaponry in general, quite frankly. Because the last thing I need is for that to be shooting pea shooters at the enemy team and just watch it die anyway. I want this thing to feel like it can steamroll them. I've been yammering. I've been talking too much. What's going on? This homeworld, so what do I want to do? More Mark IVs, really. Constructors. I don't understand what's going on with this audio. I just tested this before the recording and the audio was working fine. Wow. This is crazy. Huh. Well, thankfully it's not too much of an issue aside for that combat there. That was a bit of a buzzkill, wasn't it now? 'Cause yeah, if I were to do a big siege on a big defended planet there, that would really kill the excitement for it. Imagine that if for anyone who's recalled my very first like major battle over here in Mackenzie when I was trying to conquer them from assailants. Oh my god, that would ruin the moment for me. It was bad enough trying to watch my fleet and hope they actually succeed in defeating the massive 50 fleet strong sailing cruisers that they had everywhere. And having to put up with that with no audio? Oh god. No thank you. We'll just go to another campaign altogether. If that's gonna be what's gonna I have to put up with. But Starbase is gone here. This is basically prime for infestation now. I just need more infestors. And I had a bunch of them moving down here, so where the hell are they? I need to know where all my infestors are so I can start rallying them. Because all I see are these two here. They have good movement speed, so we're good on that front. And that should be more than enough infestors once they get there. It's just going to take them a couple turns though, even with like the Hyperdrive Plus or Warp Drive Plus. Well, I forget what kind of engines they're using. They're a bit overkill, but I'll happily kill them for it. Now, this is also a new turn, isn't it? So, like I said, the audio is probably going to be a bit of a killjoy, but I want to watch this thing in action. Yeah, what the hell are these fighters exactly? Huh, interesting. So, oh wow, these fighters actually use the laser weaponry that I have available too. They have my particle beam, they have the basic missiles, and the railgun. So these things can potentially be upgraded. And they're also basically small fighters with 50 health. So that does justify having it a little bit, I think. It remains to be seen how effective it is. Like, look how much more superior my interceptors are just because of the fact I have missiles and railguns compared to theirs. It is, interestingly enough, not using any of the missiles or armor defenses, which I find odd. So I don't know how to explain that. There's a lot I need to learn about them. But I am looking forward to this. Oh. I got audio back. What the hell? This game's starting to... I think this game is suffering of old age or something. It's basically telling me the campaign's going on too long. Hurry up and finish it. Damn it, I'm old. Go on to something new already. Alright. So, I want to admire my little ships which thankfully look pretty bug-like. They actually fit as little bug-like creatures. You want to know what's embarrassing though? My Guardian's outpacing them. That's what's kind of sad, I find. Ooh, and those are my Duranium railgun drivers. Those look nice with the blue streaks. Yeah, my fighters survived there. They're still in good shape. It just seems a bit underwhelming as far in terms of firepower though, which I'm kind of sad about. But that's a Duranium railgun driver. If I had like multiples of those, that would be nice. Now, oh, I was hoping it would show me the Guardian, but it's not. I wanted to see what the starbase was attacking, but it's not going to do it for me. Which is a shame. Come on. Yeah, this should be over momentarily. And if anything, they're spending their time attacking the fighters. Come on. Let's see how this goes. Obviously, it's going to be a victory. I already know that. And, of course, my rock fighters are pretty much intact. And they've basically been soaking all the damage. What I'm curious, since it has fighters, how does that passive repair field function, I wonder? Although I didn't see any regeneration going on there. That's something I'm also curious about. Because this Guardian has 2 modules on it that repairs health or armor. One is a passive aura one, and then it has one for itself. So I am curious to see how well that functions too. But obviously that was a big success. We already knew that. I'm seriously wondering what happens if I were to lose those fighters in a battle. Is there like a repair time for them? Do I automatically get them back for the next fight? So many questions that I do not know the answer to. That just shows how much of a nub I am. Have no clue how to play this game. For some reason I decided to spend 105 episodes just talking about it. And doing stuff while playing it. I was trying to think of something witty and it didn't work. Forgive me, this is new to me. But Watchers, Grasshoppers are 10 fleet strong, 28 logistics. They're basically strong enough to just demolish everything on their own now. I am excited.